Hi, my name's Laura Batante. This is My 2 Bits, and today I have this fun little sewing project for you to do. This cute little bee is made from felt, and you can get all of the materials for this project from the dollar store. All right, so just before we get into materials, I'd like to take a quick second and ask you to please give the video a like and consider subscribing to my channel. That would really help me out a lot. So for this project, you're going to want the PDF, and that's available right there in the video notes. And so for this little guy, I've used ribbon for his wings, but as you can see, I do have a pattern piece, and you can easily use some sort of mesh type material. This is just one I happen to have lying around the studio. Also, you're going to need a little bit of stuffing. And then from the dollar store or wherever you want to get your materials, you can just pick up some of these little cheap felt squares. You can get a whole bee out of one of these. Just fold it in half, and then you'll just need a little scrap of black. You'll need ribbon if you're doing the ribbon wings, embroidery floss, googly eyes, or if you like, you can just tie on some little, well, not sew on some little beads would be more appropriate, or buttons, or you could do a little French knot if you're super duper fancy. And then I am using some sewing clips, but as you know, I do love a paper clip. Super helpful, just hold the pattern in place. And also I'm going to be using Aleene's tacky glue to help hold things down, and I love this stuff. I highly recommend it. All right, but if you don't have it, you can go ahead and use white glue. That'll work too. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is cut out all of our pieces, which there aren't very many, so let's meet back when we have that done. All right, as you can see, I have already got my pieces cut out as well. I have sewn on his little mouth and done the eyes this way instead of with the googly eyes. Just thought I'd give you both versions. Once you have everything cut out, you do need to do the face next. So, and if you don't want to sew the mouth on, you could draw it on with a pen as well. That's your call. So once you have your bits all organized, then we're just going to go ahead and put on a little bit of glue. Do not go crazy with the glue. Do keep in mind that you are going to be sewing along the edge, so you don't need it to be really seriously glued down, because of course the stitching will hold it in place. All right, so you're just going to get it placed where you like, and then get a little bit more glue on. All right, so if you are doing the little mesh wings, just lay your back piece of the bee down, take your little cutout on, and put a little dab of glue right there just to hold them in place while you're sewing, and that will be all you need to do for that. Now for the, if you want to make the little ribbon wings, you're just going to basically make a bow. It's going to be a double bow, and then I'm just going to lie it down here to make sure that I feel like the size is good. Keeping in mind that the bee is going to be like this. And don't worry about the tail. We're going to cut that off after we tie our knot. But I do want to make sure that my one wing is bigger than the other. I don't want them to be the exact same size. So once we have that done, we'll just trim this off. And we're going to put a little knot right in the middle, and just have to get all the little bits stuffed through. Get a knot in the middle there, and that looks not too bad. And so now we're just going to trim off this bit. We don't need that. And the same on this side. All right, going to put this down. And I'm going to put this right here like so. And we can sort of tweak our placement with this a bit as we, once we start sewing. But for now, I'm just going to put a little dab of glue on to help hold it in place. All right, so we are ready to sew now. So I'm just going to take some embroidery floss, and I don't know, an arm's length is probably a good amount to make it all the way around. And I'm going to start my sewing here. I'm going to go all the way around to about here to leave myself some room for stuffing. Then we'll fill it with some stuffing, and then finish up the sewing, and we are done. It's that easy. All right, so when I start sewing, I like to start on the inside so that I can hide the knot at the end of my embroidery floss. So I will just tuck that up like so, and then I will start my stitching. And you just want to do nice small stitches close together. Try to be even if you can, and try to keep the sort of same distance around, all the way around. And you can look behind and make sure that you're doing it well from behind as well. That helps you keep it all nice and straight, and make sure that you're getting all the pieces. Of course, you wouldn't want to have a big gaping hole there. So I left myself a little hole, and now I am just popping in some stuffing. It doesn't require tons, and I'm just using a pencil crayon here to help me get it into the various corners. And I wouldn't overstuff him. If I'm going to get a little bit more up here at the top, particularly if you're going to put on the googly eyes. You want him to be sort of a flat surface for the eyes to attach, but if you've sewn on some eyes, then you can go a little rounder. I think that's good. All right, so I'm just going to finish sewing it up, and then that project will be done. All right, there you go. They're all done. I think they look so cute. All you need to do for the back is just put a little loop through there and tie a knot, and then you can hang them. So I hope you enjoyed this project. If you did, then please give the video a like and subscribe to my channel, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for joining me today.